All right, people, what's up, everyone, and welcome to another reaction to another Last of Us Part 1 trailer. That's right. And this one is, oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. The Last of Us Part 1 Rebuilt for PS5. That's the full title. They should call it that. Because for now on, that's all I'll say. Like, are you talking about Last of Us, or are you talking about Last of Us Part 1 Rebuilt for PS5? You know? I mean, you think just Part 1 would make it different from the other games, you know what I mean? Because, Part 1 wasn't in the original or the remastered title, but whatever. The Last of Us Part 1 Rebuilt for PS5. This is all about the combat, baby. And I've already watched like a couple of reviews, like G-Man Lives did a review, so I already kind of know some of the differences, but I would like to hear what the developers have to say. They've done a decent job for the last week of just like releasing a trailer every day. I'm assuming tomorrow, if there wasn't a launch trailer already, which I'm not 100% sure if there was, I'm assuming tomorrow we'll get one. My game, by the way, I did buy it, because I think some people were like confused, like, oh, you're gonna buy it, shut up. I think I was being like hesitant about it, but I was gonna buy it. I already, at that point, I already had it pre-ordered, so like before any of these trailers in the last week came out, I already had it pre-ordered. So, Last of Us Part 1 Rebuilt for PS5. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, and play. Combat. Clicker! You ever see a motherfucker run out of clicker? Come here! Oh shit! Well, that was a bad idea. Ah, my throat! Why didn't we not run out the fucking clicker?
Since we had it in The Last of Us Part 2.
Exactly. Thank you.
If you're
fuck
facing
you.
a clicker,
that's too hard.
In The Last of Us Part 1, you really need to keep your distance from that clicker, because if it grabs you, it's going to kill you.
Okay.
I think we found a great balance for that in The Last of Us Part 2, playing as Ellie, but it just felt wrong for Joel. Clickers?
Why? Joel's more experienced. Why would he not be able to fucking...
There's a whole set of mechanics that are appropriate for clickers in The Last of Us Part 1.
Sure, I get that, but how about everybody...
I think
everything else?
If you could dodge away from them, it would just be a very different feeling game.
Easy.
Authenticity to the original game drove.
I think that's a really lame excuse. That's
every decision that we really made. Put your seatbelt on, Ellie.
Wait, so they start off their combat trailer with saying, "Why isn't this in this? Why didn't we put some more time and effort into making it work?" Nah, it's at $70. We expect us to really rework the game? Fuck you.
Well, what about the guy?
You're in the truck,
he ain't
right?
even
you
hurt.
see the guy, the hunter, walking towards you.
Yeah. And
And
then you
that
drive
rolls
his
right
ass
into a
down.
combat segment, and it shows a lot of the unique improvements in Part 1.
On the original
Wasn't
Last
that in the original?
We
Oh, they talk about there's like no loading this time, because when they crashed, isn't there like
have to
loading?
make difficult,
Wait,
complicated...
what? I'm confused what
And
they're
that rolls right into a combat segment, and it shows a lot of the unique improvements in Part 1.
I mean, I wish they showed that.
On the original Last of Us, we had to make difficult, complicated scripting to constantly be unloading enemies, loading in enemies, trying to preserve the illusion of continuity.
Yeah.
But because
They
we
did a good
didn't
job
have
of
that
that.
constraint on the PlayStation 5, we can have more enemies all alive at the same time. There's an AI...
So if there's more enemies, you should put the dodge then. Because the dodge makes every encounter a little easier. So if there's more enemies, shouldn't that balance that out? Like,
coordinators.
that fire looks
And
really
then
good.
distributing the enemies amongst
Blow
these
his face
positions.
off.
So you should be able to play that fight 10 different ways and have the AI
Dude, the gore system in fucking Last of Us Part 2 is insane.
respond.
Blow a motherfucker's head off. They got like a
different
flap of
ways.
skin left.
The AI systems have all become next generation, right? They're entirely advanced, but the actual gameplay is very familiar.
The core of, to me, what makes The Last of Us combat fun is that cat and mouse.
Yeah,
Locking
no,
down,
I
moving
agree with
behind
that.
the low cover and popping out from some angle you don't expect.
My favorite part about Last of Us combat is the actual firefights, because it's like it's very much like, I don't know, there's something about it that feels so tense. Like you have limited ammo, they have limited ammo. Well, actually, I'm not too sure about that, but it feels like they do. And they're flanking you, and they're like, you don't know exactly where they are sometimes and shit. That's why I don't like to use the Joel vision or whatever the fuck, because it kind of just throws me out of the experience. Like I remember like not using that, and also there's a point where you have to use a sniper rifle, which I think they showed in actually a video earlier. And you have like infinite ammo, and it's just like, well, it's like a sniper, like it's like a Call of Duty sniper segment where you have to protect everybody, keep shooting them up. It pulled me out of the experience. I love having the limited ammo. I love having the not the Breath of the Wild fucking durable fucking weapons. I I love having that stuff. So whenever they pull me out, it's weird. And you know what's gonna really pull me out is that now there's no dodge. Like I played about 8-9 hours of Last of Us Part 2, and I really like that dodge actually. Well, it really became like a fucking like I want to actually fist fight some of these dudes because it's actually really fun.
The more realistic art style just grounds you in that experience. It makes it more frightening. It enhances the tension so much.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck.
The whole time you're sneaking around.
Oh, good. Well, you're fucked. Oh no, Picky! I like how they barely talked about the human enemies, really. Like, you get into a fight. I don't think they did a good job explaining any of that, honestly. I really don't think so. That was a really bad trailer. I think that was a legitimately bad trailer. Yeah, I love that there's a trailer for the exact same combat the original had. This is incredible. They actually built the price tag from the ground up. I just don't understand. It should have. If you're gonna charge $70, don't use the excuse like we would have to rework things. Like fuck you, you're charging $70 and calling this a remake. Fuck you. That's like if Capcom was like, you know what? Yeah, we could put the over-the-shoulder camera in Resident Evil 2. That's too much work. We're just gonna keep the same fucking overhead the fucking isometric camera. Fuck that. It's too much work. I'm like, what the fuck you taught? What the fuck? Rework the controls so it's not tank controls. Nobody wants that. I mean, I wouldn't have minded, honestly, but still. Anyway, and they charge $60, Resident Evil 2. I mean, to be fair, this is a longer game, but still. That's an actual remake. Again, it looks great. That's about it, though, from what I'm seeing. And I know there's, like, some AI improvements and stuff, but why couldn't they go further? Like, why not put the dodge in the crouch and rework some things and make some of the... Wouldn't it have been so cool to be able to play that game again and go like, whoa, this fucking encounter is different. And it's more engaging because you have all these different mechanics now. It would have been so cool. Like, oh shit, you can go back and play the remaster one if you don't like this new one. Or you could play this one and have some unique things. Or you can even make it so that you can turn it off. That would have been cool. Like actually a modifier where like, oh, you could turn off the dodge. Or you could turn off this and then it'll change back to the old game. See, that's the kind of stuff, like, if they did all that stuff, then I would totally see this being a $70 game. Now, I'm stupid. I bought it anyway because I'm a fucking idiot. But, whatever. I'm sure I'll love it. I mean, I'm not saying, I mean, if it's the same game, so there's no way I'm not going to love it. Unless they really fuck it up somehow, which obviously they're not doing anything to improve it. So I don't see any way they could fuck it up besides maybe with the AI. And there's the weapon thing now, right? Because they took the Last of Us Part 2's weapon upgrade system and stuff. Or something like that. Or they made it so that it has the same, like, animations or something where, like, I don't know. The original had that too, but I think the Last of Us Part 2 was, like, really detailed. Anyway, I don't know what I'm doing. This is me fixing a gun, I guess. Anyway, that's it. Hope you enjoyed. Until next time. We'll see you guys later. I'm sorry I kept pausing, but I had to. Bye!